Welcome to The Explainer. You know, we all think we know the Mahabharata. It's this epic story full of incredible heroes, scheming villains, and of course, a war to end all wars. But what if I told you that the stories you've heard are really just scratching the surface? Today, we're digging deeper to uncover the hidden meanings and the untold tales that are actually coded right into this ancient text.
All right, to kick things off, let's just jump straight into a huge mystery. Now, we all know about Karna, right? The hero born with a divine, absolutely impenetrable suit of armor and matching earrings. He was famously tricked into giving them away just before the war. But have you ever stopped to wonder, where did they go? Do they actually still exist somewhere?
Well, according to local legends in Bijapur, Chhattisgarh, the answer is a resounding yes. You see, there's this really mysterious cave there, a cave that has no known entrance and no known exit, and yet somehow a strange, unexplained light is constantly shining out from deep within it, and the belief is that this is the exact spot where Karna's divine armor and earrings are hidden.
So the story goes that after Indra managed to trick Karna and take the armor, he tried to make a quick getaway in his celestial chariot. But here's the thing, the armor was so immensely powerful, so unbelievably heavy, that it literally dragged his chariot down from the sky and got it stuck in the mud. He had to get out of there, so he was forced to abandon it, hiding it in this very cave. And they say its divine energy is so potent that its light has never ever gone out.
Now hold on. A man born with metal fused to his body? An armor so heavy it can ground a god's flying chariot? I mean, it all sounds a little fantastical, doesn't it? And that brings up a really crucial question. Are we actually supposed to take all of these ancient scriptures literally? Or is there another way we're meant to read them?
Let's just think about this for a second. Our written, documented history, the stuff we have on record, goes back about 5,000 years. But human history, that goes back at least 2 million years. So how on earth did 99% of our story get passed down? It was all oral. And let me tell you, you don't pass down millions of years of knowledge and wisdom through boring, dry facts. No way. You do it through unforgettable stories with characters you can root for, because that's what sticks in our brains.
And that right there, that's the key. These scriptures aren't just history books. You should think of them more like a highly sophisticated coding system. They embed these profound truths about science, about philosophy, about human nature, into stories that are designed to survive for thousands and thousands of years. The stories themselves are the delivery mechanism for the code.
Okay, you want to see this code in action? Just look at the Dashavatar, the 10 main avatars of Vishnu. Millennia before Darwin ever came up with his theory, this story laid out the blueprint for evolution. It starts with Matsya, the fish, which represents life beginning in water. Next up is Kurma, the turtle, an amphibian. Then you get Varaha, the boar, a creature that lives fully on land. And after that, Narasimha, the man-lion, representing the rise of predators. It's an almost perfect map of evolution, hidden in plain sight this whole time.
And this is just a brilliant illustration of how it works. The story of the Varaha avatar isn't literally about a boar the size of a planet. Come on, it's a metaphor. The Earth being dragged into the cosmic ocean represents a world completely submerged in water. And Varaha lifting it out on his tusks, that's the symbolic moment that life finally crawled out of the water and conquered the land. The story is the code for the scientific concept.
And once you see it, you start seeing this code everywhere. Take Balaram, Krishna's brother. He was one of the most feared mace fighters of his time. I mean, both Bhim and Duryodhan were his students. So why is it that in every single depiction of him, he's holding a plow? It's not like they ran out of weapons, it's a symbol. It signifies one of the most important moments in all of human history, the dawn of agriculture.
Okay, so now that we know to look for the code, let's see how this approach of reading between the lines can totally flip our understanding of a famous character. Let's talk about Shakuni, the ultimate villain whose crooked dice game kicked off the whole war. We just think of him as pure evil, born to be bad. But what if his story is also a code, hiding a deep, dark tragedy?
Here's a piece of the story almost nobody knows. It all starts when Shakuni's sister, Gandhari, is forced to marry the blind king, but shortly after, the Kuru clan finds out a secret about her past and feels totally betrayed. Bhishma gets so furious that he imprisons her entire family, the entire Gandhar royal family. And in that prison, they are systematically starved. They're given just a single handful of rice to share amongst all of them every single day. Facing certain death, the family makes this horrifying decision. They will give all their tiny portions of food to the cleverest one among them, Shakuni, so that he can survive and one day take their revenge.
So get this. As he was dying of starvation, Shakuni's father did one last thing. He slammed his foot down on his son's leg, breaking it. And he told him, "This limp will be your constant reminder of what they did to us. Every single step you take will remind you of your one purpose, to destroy the Kuru clan." See, Shakuni isn't just a villain. He is a weapon forged from incredible pain and injustice.
Now, reframing a character like Shakuni shows us just how much depth these stories have. But the code goes even deeper. It also embeds these huge ideas about time and life itself, especially when it talks about beings who seem to defy death. Now, it's really important to get the distinction here. A Deerd Hayu is someone who's blessed with a really, really long life, like the bear king Jamvan, but they are still mortal. A Chiranjevi, on the other hand, is different. They are truly immortal, destined to live on this earth until the very end of our current age, the Kali Yuga.
And according to the scriptures, there are 7 of these immortals. We're talking figures like Hanuman, the wise Ved Vyas who literally wrote the Mahabharata, and even Ashwatthama from the Great War. They all exist for different reasons, some because of a blessing, some a curse, some just destiny, and they're said to still walk among us today, carrying the weight of all those centuries.
But why? What's their purpose? Well, the texts suggest that they're all waiting. They're waiting for the end of our current era, the Kali Yuga, when Vishnu will arrive in his final avatar, Kalki. And it's their destiny to all gather together and help Kalki in that final cosmic battle between good and evil. Their immortality has a purpose. So when you zoom all the way out, you start to see that all these stories, all these codes and characters, they're all part of something much, much bigger. It's often called Sanatan Dharma, but really it's not a religion like we think of it today. It's more of a way of life, a culture that's so deeply woven into the very soil of the land that it shows up in everyday things, a timeless wisdom that goes way beyond any single doctrine.
So from a mysterious glowing cave to the true meaning of evolution, it's pretty clear that these stories are so much more than just simple myths. They're like a library of coded wisdom. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. If we start looking at these epics not as ancient history, but as a living guide, what other profound secrets are just sitting there, waiting to be unlocked by us right now?